Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and today we're going to be talking about another earnings preview, and that is Best Buy. They're going to be announcing earnings this Tuesday, November 24th, and I am pretty bullish on the stock, so I'm excited to see. I think that them announcing earnings the week of the Black Friday event as well as Thanksgiving is going to be pretty bullish for them because, again, Black Friday is always a really good event for them. As you can see, the stock has had a bit of a run-up leading up this year. It's not really one that's been talked about as much, so here's the year-to-date graph. We haven't really talked about this one as much just because, again, it's not Walmart, it's not Target, and it's not really one that I've been actively following this year. But as you can see, the stock has been performing really well, coming off those March, April lows of around $50 a share. So interesting to see them. They are right now around 120, and the question is going to be whether or not they actively bounce higher than that. Now, as a overall stock, the company continues to perform pretty well, and they've got a pretty decent dividend that you can see right here, about 1.85%. That's not bad, and for a company that does have some growth prospects, that is pretty solid. Some of the growth prospects that we're going to be looking for is as institutions and as schools continue to shift to this idea of remote learning, I think that in and of itself opens up a lot of possibilities because, again, the company is in the prime position to take advantage of that. The other item is that they have a lot of phone sales. Nearly 15% of last year's sales were phones, and as 5G continues to become more popular, we're going to see more and more people upgrade their phones to be able to take advantage of the 5G capabilities. The other item that I think is going to be pretty huge is next-gen consoles are coming out now. So the PS5 is rolling out, and Best Buy has a lot of that market, heavily taking advantage of that. Again, you're going to see a lot more of that here with Black Friday. The other cool thing that they have coming out here soon is the new Xbox. And again, Best Buy is a great place for the PC marketplace. So a lot of going for them. They are doing really well, and that's one of the reasons why I think that the play here is definitely going to be on the shares. So again, we kind of just looked at the overall pricing, but if we look at the charts and then we compare this to the options chain, and again, the options chain here is not as easy to follow as like Thinkorswim, but this end of the year, or rather end of the week option is one that I would never recommend, and the reason for that is you have to remember that the market will be closed this Thursday for Thanksgiving, and it's going to close early on Friday, and Friday it'll close at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So the market's not going to be open anywhere near its normal length this week, so that is a very expensive option in terms of capability to move. And you can see that here, that for us to be able to say that it's going to go up, right now they're pricing in basically a $4 move. I don't really like that, even though that may be a safe play. So the stock could just basically trade sideways. So instead of looking at some of the options here, even like an end of the year option, you can see that it's still relatively expensive, although not necessarily terrible. Instead of playing some of this, what I would prefer to do is actually just buy the shares. So if we just look at the shares right here, they're currently trading around $119 price. You get a dividend, and this is a stock that could be anywhere between 150 to 160 this time again next year. And again, the entire time that you're holding it, you're collecting that dividend, which, as long as you have dividend reinvestment turned on, is going to continue to purchase more shares. So that's what we're going to be looking at as far as the actual earnings preview. This is a company that really had a surprising beat, and it was a pretty healthy beat in Q2. What we're going to be looking at is, are they going to beat Q2? And again, Q4 is always their big earnings preview, or big earnings because of Black Friday, as well as tech in general tends to perform really well there. So interested to see what happens over this quarter. I think that they're going to have another beat of their current expectation, and that's just my opinion though. And if that happens, I think we should see the stock move. This is not a big mover though, so make sure that you don't spend too much money on call options. But I'm bullish on the stock, and I'm bullish overall on the market. So excited to see what happens this year, and looking forward to this earnings. So if you found this information helpful, please drop a like below. Thanks. Talk to you later.